WCBS News Saturday morning. Well, doing what he can to make the world a better place and thank those who protect us every day. That's the goal for an Ohio man who is traveling the country with one goal, and that's to perform 1 million acts of kindness. Bob Votruba has biked cross-country from California to New York with one goal in mind.
Bob Votruba. My pleasure. I'm riding for Wounded Warriors, police and firefighters killed in the line of duty.
Votruba started his trek back in January in Santa Monica, California. He made it to New York in June.
Right now, while I'm in New York City, in all the 5 boroughs, I'm visiting all 212 firehouses, all 76 police precincts.
In addition to riding his bike covered in signs, the 57-year-old also drives his 1 million acts of kindness bus, which is covered with inspirational messages, encouraging people to be kind to one another. The kindness movement was born through tragedy. Votruba came up with the idea 5 years ago after being deeply moved by the Virginia Tech massacre.
I just couldn't wrap my head around one person taking 32 lives. And I've got 3 kids in this world. And I said, you know, this is the world they're growing up in. What can I do as a dad? What can I do as one person to counteract what another individual did?
The father of 3 was living in Cleveland at the time. He decided to sell his house, get rid of his car, furniture, and most of his belongings, all to make the world a better place.
It's doing the small things, picking up a piece of paper, holding a door for someone, letting everyone go in traffic. You know, why be in such a hurry? To me, almost more important is what I like to call kind acts from the heart. And by that I mean wishing and wanting goodness for another being.
Votruba is passionate about his mission. He enjoys making surprise visits to first responders with a simple message of thank you. The recipients are equally grateful.
It's great because, I mean, we don't even work for him necessarily. Coming across the country to thank us, you know, that's a great thing and, you know, makes you feel a reward for the job you do.
It's nice to see that something like this is, you know, the acts of kindness, you know, just paying it forward, just giving the awareness and spreading the word.
I think Bob is an excellent example of making people aware of what's important.
And people are listening.
We need a lot more of what he's doing. He's doing a great job. So people need to come together and support him.
That situation.
The annual holiday train show at the New York Botanical Garden in the Bronx just opened.
Whether it's your first visit or a family tradition, this year's display has something to excite and delight just about everyone. The holiday train show is in its 21st year. It's a treat for both big and small, from near and far.
We get a lot of visitors, over 100,000 visitors a year just for the holiday train show alone. It's really a wonderful destination.
The show is a combination of model trains running through hundreds of feet of track. There are also replicas of New York landmarks made out of natural materials like bark, twigs, stones, and berries. Every year there's something new.
This year we have Macy's flagship store right at the entrance as people come in. It's really this big monumental piece of work.
The replica stands 4 feet tall. The Lehman family comes from Colorado every year.
We are in town visiting my dad for Thanksgiving, and we came to the train show today because the kids always love it. And it's just a special thing for us to do at Thanksgiving time.
It's exciting to do, and it's fun.
Others can't agree more.
It's a beautiful place.
It's the creativity and the imagination to replicate all these famous buildings and historic landmarks of New York with the trains running through.
What he really likes is the Thomas train.
The Thomas train is a big hit, but for Ryan, his favorite is Yankee Stadium. All in all, the annual holiday train show is simply magical.
It's unique. It's something you don't get a chance to see. And there's no stress. There's no stress here.
No stress is good. The holiday train show runs through January 13th. In layman terms, it's just fun.
I got that. I like Mr. Booker's outfit, too.
Good.
Totally in character. Otis Livingston, Mr. Golfer.
What did you do the last time you were sick? A Brooklyn first grader decided, oh, she's going to start her own company.
The young lady has turned her love of sewing into a business. Most 6-year-olds have probably never seen, let alone touch, a sewing machine. But Amalia Bengiat of Prospect Heights, Brooklyn, shows no fear at mastering the craft.
Just a fun thing to do.
So much fun, it helped her stay occupied when she became seriously ill in May.
I had pneumonia during the year, so a good inside activity was to make a website.
a website to advertise NYC Lovey Repair, a company that specializes in fixing up old, used, and ragged stuffed animals.
Amalia has been obsessed with crafts since she was 3 or 4, and so we're constantly looking for new things to do.
Becca Bengiat is Amalia's mother. She's the older half of the family business. Since launching the site, the two have repaired more than 80 toy pets.
We love it. We love it. The requests are great, and every animal comes with a story, and usually it's a parent wanting to pass down a loved stuffed animal to their child, but it's starting to fall apart.
Or they'll get ones that have been overloved by children like 2-year-old Liam, a client and neighbor.
My son Liam has one of his attachment toys, white baby bear, and it needed mending in the back. A seam had come off because of his loving it so much. And Amalia, in 15 minutes, by herself repaired it, and he was so excited when he got it back.
But Amalia admits it's sometimes hard to give them back.
Sometimes when my mom brings home new ones and I wake up before her, I go on the couch and just cuddle with all of them.
Amalia does not charge for her service. She says the smiles are thanks enough.
Thank you.
We love her. Amalia plans to be in business until she's a grown-up, and then she's going to hand it over to her own children. And she actually has her sights on being a 3rd grade teacher.
She's got what it takes,
she
doesn't she? That's a sweetie. Sometimes she just cuddles with them all the time. We'll be back in a minute.
Determined. New Jersey couples spreading their love of reading through a little free library in their front yard. They've actually joined what's become a worldwide movement of promoting literacy.
When Bob and Jean Manfredi were on vacation this summer, they came across what they thought was just a cute idea.
We were boating in the St. Lawrence Seaway. One of the islands had a library on their dock.
A library made out of a wood box resembling a birdhouse. Manfredis liked it so much, they built their own.
The concept is take a book, leave a book. It doesn't have to be done at the same time.
Through research, the duo learned the first little free library was built in 2009 by Todd Bull in Hudson, Wisconsin.
Mom was a school teacher and she passed away. He wanted kids to continue to read because she was a huge advocate of child literacy.
In a time when there is less spending on learning and literacy programs, a little free library can make a big difference, not just locally, but globally.
Somewhere in areas like Africa where there's no access to libraries at all.
Like this huckleberry thing.
So far, their venture has been well received.
It's a library that you don't need a library card for.
It's also open 24 hours a day, and you don't have to worry about a librarian telling you to hush.
There can be biographies, there can be comedies, there can be fantasies. It gets their brain working, and they can get smarter in school.
The Manfredis didn't just stop at one. They built a second little free library, which sits in Jean's parents' lawn, a town over in Red Bank.
I really enjoy reading.
That's exactly what the Manfredis love to hear. Emily Smith, CBS 2 News.
There are more than 3,000 little free libraries registered across the country.
Price is Right. Coming up.